Meet women without being on a dating app. Oh my God, Tony's Topics, like and subscribe, here we go. Now, this episode is not only about how to meet women without being on a dating app, but how to meet men too. How to meet someone without getting on these damn dating apps. Now, let's be honest, right? Dating apps are prolific. They're one of, unfortunately, the best ways to meet somebody, but they're not the only way. Here we go. How to meet somebody without getting on the dating apps. So, for starters, you could do speed dating. I've done that before. That's great. A lot of fun. It's a goof. I did a special on that. You check that out. Gets you out. Speaking about getting out, volunteering. That's another big way to meet people. So, where do I volunteer? Go on the internet and type in volunteer opportunities near me. Your church, your mosque, your synagogue, your community center. That gets you out and rubbing shoulders. Now, none of these are going to be guaranteed to meet somebody, but it's going to exponentially raise the odds of meeting somebody. So, volunteering. Speaking about church, go to church. I've dated and had serious relationships and one marriage from church, meeting someone at church. So, church is great, actually, or your mosque or your synagogue or your temple, whatever. No one's saying you have to believe 100% in your particular God. Just get out there, go. And the key is the more you go, the higher the odds you're going to bump into somebody over and over again. And that's the key here is the pattern of bumping into somebody or crossing paths with somebody. That's how you're going to meet them. You're not going to go to a church or a volunteer opportunity one time and then meet them. It could happen, but the odds are, Actually, I've met a lot of girls from church over the years. So the other thing is gyms. Now, gyms are kind of hit and miss because nowadays everyone has headphones in and they're looking down. However, if you put the time in and you're at the gym, especially if there's classes, again, you're waiting for the class to begin, you're next to the same person over and over again. Hey, how's it going there, Michelle or John, whatever. You start to strike up a conversation. So gyms can be a good place. Again, preferably with places with classes, because if it's just strictly gym, everyone's got headphones on usually, but where you make your connection is, hey, are you using that machine? Thanks. And you see the same man or woman over and over again. It's like, hey, public transportation, believe it or not, taking the bus, taking the subway, taking carpooling. My own parents met on a bus. Now, you may say, oh, it was years ago. Well, there's still buses around. So buses and subways, again, patterns, right? You see the same person on that same line over and over again. It's like, hey, what's up? Hey, Merry Christmas. Not to say they're going to be single or even interested, but again, it's about exposure and raising the odds of. And you put that all together, you're on the bus or the subway, you join the gym, you join your local community center, your church, over and over again. I would say joining professional groups. Again, when you go to professional, whatever, classes or any kind of classes, crocheting classes, you never know, you might meet someone that knows someone for you. And again, you shouldn't do any of these things if you're not interested. Don't force yourself to go, because then, you're not going to have a good time. You want to do stuff that you want to give back. You want to go to the gym or, whatever. I would also say, believe it or not, whole paycheck, Whole Foods, guys, it's like shooting fish in a barrel at the Whole Foods. So I'm not saying every woman is available, but my Lord, there's a lot of women. And I'm sure there's a lot of guys, but, I'm looking for women. Again, I'm not going to Whole Foods to find a woman, but, again, increasing odds. So your local supermarket, particularly Whole Foods. Kava, now, or Panera Bread. So if you don't have a Kava near you, Kava's like a Mediterranean Chipotle, but it seems like it's like a 10-to-1 ratio in there. I mean, seems every guy is like 10 women. Now, again, I'm not saying it's a pickup joint, but if you eat there enough, law of averages. You know what I mean? So another good place I find is to go to like concerts or festivals, not huge ones, but like ones in your community or your neighborhood, because you're going to put the lawn chair out. And again, it's all about rubbing shoulders and being in proximity to a man or a woman that, hey, a nice dog you have, or hey, I love those shoes, or, So yeah, that matters. Joining athletic organizations like pickleball or martial arts. By the way, martial arts is a good one because you literally have to lay hands on each other. So, it gets intimate quick, but in a good way. So that's one. So what are some ways that you have maybe met somebody? Put it in the comment section below. Tony's Topics. I think that the dating apps are great, but they're a tool in the tool chest. If you're going to only do dating apps, it's going to be rough. Because none of us are, Brad Pitt's or Tom Cruise's perfect 10s. So you want your personality to shine through, and you don't have to be, Mr. Personality or Miss Personality, but having your personality click with whoever that is there. You know what I mean? I think if you have a dog parks are great. Get out. Again, notice it's all about just getting out of the house, going for walks. You start to build a pattern. You go to your local Starbucks, your local Dunkin' Donuts. Sit there though, read the magazine or have your coffee there, and you'll see. Like I've met a lot of women actually, just just mutual friends, even old guys, even just friends, just being at the Starbucks every day. A matter of fact, I even went on a date with one of the baristas actually many years back. So I mean. Again, I didn't roll up to her on day one, but hey, you want to go out? But it was just like after the 1,000th time getting coffee, and I'm not going there to meet someone per se, but I'm aware. So like, these are the places you can go to meet somebody, things you can do. I think there's probably other ways, but I'm not probably thinking of it right now. But you could put in the comment section below, what do you think are some great ways to meet somebody in this modern day and age that's not related to, the app. I know for me, I also do a dinner club where I have friends, acquaintances, and strangers. Typically once a month, we come out. You have to leave your cell phone in the car, and you're forced to just be at dinner with people, having a dinner with acquaintances or friends or strangers. And so joining things like that, you know what I mean? So I know my church has a dinner club also. Again, I'm not saying any one of these is going to solve your loneliness thing, but again, putting a string together and doing them over and over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, I mean, law of averages. Eventually, you're going to find someone to at least talk to or go out with, and So, anyways, you tell me what you think. I'm not a fan of bars. I mean, if you like bars, that's fine. Go out. Oh, going out to dinner on your own. Actually, vacation on your own. I find when you go on your own, people are more receptive to you versus when you're in a group. Especially, I think, if you're a guy. When you get a group of guys, women aren't going to roll up on you. But if you're alone by yourself as a man, I mean, I've had women approach me, but groups like, when they were in a group. So if it was a group of women, and I'm at a restaurant, and there's a group of women next to me, and they know I'm by myself, they're more apt to feel confident and safe to have one of their girls come over and be like, oh, you single? My friend, So that's happened to me at a Mexican restaurant. And so that's kind of cool, So going out alone, initially it's a little bit like, but you get used to it and it's a lot of fun. Also, you just make friends. You're more open to the waiters and waitresses, by the way. Maybe a waiter or a waitress. So doing those things, getting out of your comfort zone. Tell me what you think. Tony's Topics, like, subscribe. Give me some tips. What do you think, guys? Big shout out to all the single people out there. Have fun. Enjoy it. Bye. You're still here. I gotta go.